KVGC News Time is now 7 minutes after the hour. Time for a look at the latest on the local scene for this, a Thursday. It's the 24th day of January for 2019. In the news for today, last night the Amador School Board approved an agreement between the Amador Unified School District and the Amador County Office of Education. With the election of Steve Russell as superintendent of the Office of Education in last year's election, the two education agencies are now governed by two separate superintendents. Introducing the agreement, known as a Memorandum of Understanding, School District Superintendent Amy Slavinsky called the agreement uncharted territory, as no single school district county has ever operated with two separate superintendents in the state of California before. The agreement divvies up responsibilities between the two agencies. The five-member board will remain the governing body for both, but they will maintain separate budgets. Management positions, such as the Assistant Superintendent for Business and Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, will spend 15% of their time for the county office and 85% for the school district. The agreement, approved by a unanimous vote of the board, has Steve Russell's signature on it and was written with his input, but he was not present at the meeting. In other business last night, the board approved a new master plan for students who are learning English and approved a resolution honoring School Board Appreciation Week.
And the Amador Board of Supervisors fielded numerous complaints from residents about conditions in the River Pines area during this week's meeting. Petitioners asked the board to address a number of issues, including garbage piling up in yards and on roadsides, abandoned vehicles, narrow and restricted roadways, and open drug dealing. In response to these complaints, supervisors discussed the possibility of implementing mandatory trash collection either countywide or just in the River Pines area. Also discussed the current effort to add more financial penalties to the county code enforcement actions and the Sheriff Department's anti-drug task force enforcements. Now, if it's task force efforts, it is hoped that these changes would help address the residents' complaints. Now, also Tuesday, the board voted not to participate in California's Complete Count program. The program would have provided additional resources to encourage residents to participate in the 2020 census. The supervisors also heard a report from County Facility Department, which contained an update on repair and maintenance project at various county buildings. The board also approved a letter in support of a statewide commission on recycled materials. With dramatically lowered demand for recyclable materials from China, waste management companies, including in Amador County, are struggling to find buyers for all the materials that they collect.
And U.S. prosecutors are urging a federal judge to work with a court-appointed monitor to determine ways PG&E can prevent its equipment from starting more wildfires. In a court filing Wednesday, the U.S. Attorney's Office in San Francisco wrote that Judge William Alsup should refrain from immediately imposing new requirements on the utility. Earlier this month, the judge proposed ordering PG&E to remove or trim all trees that could fall onto power lines, among other things. The utility argues that this would create safety risks and cost way too much money. In its court filing Wednesday, the company insisted that it is committed to wildfire mitigation, but it contends that a criminal case being handled by the judge is not the right forum to address such measures. The judge is currently overseeing a criminal verdict against PG&E stemming from the deadly San Bruno gas pipeline explosion in 2010. In that case, the judge is currently considering additional terms filed against the utility.
And Jackson City fire crews kept on their toes last night with two separate incidents, a few minutes apart. The first reported about 5:15 when Jackson City fire crews were dispatched to a passenger vehicle fire at Middle Bar and 49. Upon arrival, it was determined to be just an overheated vehicle. Then, as crews were leaving the scene around 5:40, another call had Jackson Fire Department units, along with other emergency personnel, dispatched to a vehicle accident on 49 in front of John's Pit Stop. Two vehicles involved in a rear-end fender bender with only minor injury.
And El Dorado Savings Bank will stay El Dorado Savings Bank, at least for now. Last September, PacWest Bancorp announced it intended to acquire Eldorado Savings Bank pending shareholder approval, but that deal has fallen through. PacWest Bancorp terminated the merger agreement after a special shareholders meeting this month. Eldorado Savings Chairman Tom Musser said shareholder support was affected by a recent and unexpected decline in bank stocks, which reduced the cash value of each shareholder stock. In September, each share was around $50. During the merger process, values had fallen as low as $31. Now, as of yesterday, it had climbed back to $39 per share. Had the transaction gone through, it would have begun in the spring of this year. Officials did not anticipate any branch closures or employee layoffs at this point and said not much else besides the bank's signs would be changing. So for now, Eldorado Savings will return to regular operations like issuing real estate loans and handling bank deposits. And if a larger bank presents an opportunity to acquire the bank, well, Musser said they'll have a financial responsibility to look into the options, but it's not something the bank will seek out at this point.
And a section of Coal Mine Road will be closed today for PG&E overhead power work relocation. Now, the location on Coal Mine will be from Buena Vista Road to 300 feet south of Buena Vista Casino. The work will take place today from 8:30 a.m. till 3:30 p.m. Your alternate route is Comanche Road.
And the 2019 Calaveras Community Foundation's annual competitive grant period ends tomorrow. So just a reminder for you, the Calaveras Community Foundation has asked that we remind you applications must be in. They are only accepted via email. And if you want more information, visit Calaveras Community Foundation's website, calaverascommunityfoundation.org, for applications, guidelines, and any additional information and details there. Last year alone, they gave away $89,000 in grants. So again, tomorrow is the deadline to file.
And the McCollum Hill Lions Club holding their annual enchilada fundraiser Saturday at the Moke Hill Town Hall. The no-host bar opens at 5:30. Dinner served at 6:30. Cost is only $20 for adults, $10 for kids, 12 and under. Tickets can be purchased from any Moke Hill Lion or by calling 286-1241.
And the Amador County Ag Boosters present a Sutter Creek FFA crab feed fundraiser Saturday, 26th at the Amador County Fairgrounds in Plymouth. Doors open up at 5 o'clock. Dinner will be served at 6:30. Tickets $40 per person and can be purchased directly from the Sutter Creek Ag Department at Amador High School or by calling the high school. Proceeds benefit the Amador High FFA. That's a look at local news on this Gold Country Thursday morning from the KVGC News Center.
I'm JD.
And I'm Jim Geedy reporting. Local news brought to us today by Howard's Body Shop and by Sutter Amador Hospital. Remember now, for the latest news, traffic, and weather 24 hours a day, to visit our website. That's kvgcradio.com.